One, two, three, four.
Yay! Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Welcome to Married to Bravo with Joleen and Nana, where we're getting into the new season of Beverly Hills, season 12, The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, episode 1. We have to talk about it. But first, make sure you guys smash that like. Smash it. Nana, what's our like goal?
Oh, let's see. Well, it is a Friday. People are out and about. We already got 26 in the chat. Hi, everyone.
Guys.
So let me think. I want to say, let's do 80. Let's go high. For me, that's
80
fine.
likes, you guys. Let's double it for one
can do it.
Shock Nana. Shock your monkey. You can hear Papa in the back.
Yes, that would be nice. I would like to be shocked.
Nana's, I think there's a little lag on your end, Nana.
Yeah.
And she said she's sweating, you guys. So hit the like to cool Nana down. And if you want to support the channel, you know the YouTube drill. You got to like, you got to subscribe. If you can, send a super chat. If you can't, no biggie. You can also become a member of the Lean team. We just have one membership on YouTube. We have multiple memberships over on Patreon. And then we have Venmo, Cash App, all the things that all the YouTubers have. So there you go. Follow us on social media. We love you guys. Nana, it's Friday the 13th.
Life is
Has
good.
anything happened to you today? Has this happened?
Is it the 13th? Shut up.
It's Friday the 13th. It is, Nana. Has anything creepy happened?
Is it, you guys? Wait a minute. Is it? Oh, sure enough, it is. No, nothing creepy happened.
You're frozen. I'm going to knock you out and you come back. Okay. I knocked her out. Come back, Nana. You're frozen. So just pop out of StreamYard and pop back in. Come back to us, Nana. We want to hear about your Freaky Friday day. All right, you guys. Happy Friday the 13th. Put it in the chat if anything creepy happened to you today. I don't think anything creepy's happened to me today. I spent the day. Did you knock back out and come back in? Because you're still grainy.
All right. I have to come all the way out and then join the StreamYard again.
Yeah. Yeah, just check your Wi-Fi. Okay, bye, Nana. Oh my God. I just spent some time editing a video for my Sipping Key channel with Busy Blue. So if you guys want to check that out later, it'll be premiering later. It's really creepy. It is the crazy, spooky, creepy YouTubers of YouTube. Content creators of YouTube. Okay. Nana, you have to come out. Nana has to come out of the closet. Nana's going to the gym. I'm going to the gym. We're all going to the gym, you guys. So while we wait for Nana, that's the only spooky thing that I did was watching these Cuckoo Bananas YouTube people and then making a little parody about all the drama. They have as much drama as this season of Beverly Hills, only it's like, a little trashier, it's like love after lockup drama. So it's or probably like hate after lockup because nobody seems to love each other in this world. Yes, Nana's Wi-Fi is spooky. Tickled Pink, we've missed you. Hello. Welcome. Oh my gosh, Dorit storyline, Miss Alonzo. We will be talking all about that. I was pleasantly surprised at how excited I was that Beverly Hills is back. I feel as though, it has been, I think it feels like it's been a year. Has it been a year since we've seen the Beverly Hills girls? The first episode, we were not introduced to any of the new players yet. It was just getting us reintroduced to our old faithfuls, which Crystal, Erica, Kyle Richards, Garcelle, Dorit, Rinna, and Sutton. And can I just say, I tweeted this, but the star of this episode really was Sutton's hair. Whatever Sutton is doing this season so far, I'm loving it. you have the money, baby girl, get the stylist, get the hair done, get the hair treatment. If you're going to be bleaching your hair, I know all too well. I just got out of the tub, you guys. So sorry for the wet hair look, but you know that you need some Olaplex. You need to make sure that your blonde beachy waves are soft and luxurious and they bounce. And Sutton is giving us bouncy blonde beach waves. So it was really, I don't know, I was so enamored with Sutton's hair because I feel like she gets it wrong so much with her style that, and she has so many resources. Even in their, their promotion picture here, Sutton looks gorgeous. Rinna looks gorgeous. Everybody. I mean, I will say Erica Jane's dress is not my favorite at all in this picture. And I feel like Crystal could do more. This isn't giving me enough of Crystal, but everyone else is killing the look. I think this might be Sutton's season. She definitely was the MVP of this episode, as graphics designer is saying. She brought the comedy when we needed it, because this was a somewhat serious. I wish Nana was here because I don't want to get too far into it, but I also don't want to leave you guys hanging. But we basically open this brand new season with what we all saw last October, I believe it was, which is Dorit. Let me see if I still have screenshots of this, because I did a little pop culture update about this when Dorit Kemsley had a robbery at her house. Okay. So Dorit had 2 men allegedly broke in to her Encino, because, she doesn't live in Beverly Hills. She lives in Encino, and so does Kyle, into her Encino home. And it was super scary. Now, a lot of people at the time were like, could she do this for a storyline? Could this possibly be faked for a storyline and or for all this debt that she and PK have been rumored to be in for years and years? I erred on the side of believing her because that's a pretty big claim. I mean, we've seen our reality stars lie about things like that. We've seen our regular stars lie about crazy things like that. But I tend to let me know what you guys think in the chat, but I want to believe that she wouldn't make that up. But I know there's a couple bloggers on YouTube that are like, did it really happen? Okay. So we saw the pictures where, I must have got rid of those pictures, where Dorit's house was broken into and there was glass. And then they had, the cameras, the ring cams caught the guys breaking the door that appeared to be her children's playroom door and coming in. And she was sleeping. PK's out of town and her kids are in their bed. And she said normally her kids never sleep in their own beds. They always sleep with her when PK's out of town. Now, she had been posting on social media that she was out of town. And Dorit is very open about posting what she has. She had just been on Watch What Happens Live right before this, saying that she pays, and I believe at the reunion as well, she pays full price for her designer stuff. She also went live when she would go on Watch What Happens Live during the pandemic in her closet with her very expensive bags, okay, purses, all right? And that night, she didn't turn on her alarm system because she said there's an alarm that triggers and that can wake everyone up if the kids get up and wander around. I think I would take the risk. Or put a nanny gate. What are those gates called? Put up one of those little gate things for kids. I don't know. I'm not a mom, but okay. So her kids are sleeping in the other room. She hears someone open her door. Her bedroom, she said, is like a little walkway. This is pretty creepy because it's, Friday the 13th. And she thinks it's her kids climbing into bed with her. Here we go. She's half asleep. She hears them come in. All of a sudden, these guys are like, we're here to rob you. I mean, I don't think that was their exact words, but they pulled a gun on her. They were like, show me where you keep your stuff. And she's like, please, please, please don't hurt me. I have kids in the house. Don't hurt my babies. They need their mom. Like, she's pleading for her life. It's freaking heartbreaking. Okay. So then she takes them around and shows them where all the stuff is so that they can rob her. And she's just hoping her kids don't wake up, hoping they don't shoot her. One of the guys, according to Dorit, said, shoot her, just effing shoot her, just effing KILL her. and just by explaining the story, I'm sure I'm already demonetized because YouTube is a real jerk face and you can't even state English words without getting demonetized, but you can have whole bully channels about people, but you can't just say words. Okay. So thanks a lot, YouTube. Sorry, I've been getting demonetized and having to have them review a lot of things just for speaking English words. So they took her around the house, and then they took her phone and they said, we're going to leave. And they said, we're going to put your phone out at the gate, count to like 40 or 400 or something, and then go get it. And you can see on the Ring cam that they did put the phone, and they carried stuff out in comforters, and they just allegedly wiped out her whole Encino house and all of her stuff. So then she was left to go outside, I assume. We didn't see video of that though, which not that we have to, because that's kind of invasive. It's already invasive enough. But it's interesting that we didn't see, I don't know why it's interesting, but maybe that we didn't see her going out to get the phone, at least not that I remember. And then she called 911 and the police came. So that is described in this episode. Nana's not lost. I think she's just looking for a place to park because I think she might be on her phone now. She looks, let's see, let's add her. What's up, Nana?
Hi, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, you look so clear now. What happened?
Well, here's the thing. I called you back on my phone because I have some issues on the computer. My mouse died and I can't get to the email where I usually go in.
Oh, no. Do you have a wireless mouse?
No, thank you. I don't.
Okay, well, that's weird that it would die then.
Well, it's
plugged in all the way. Just make sure it's plugged in.
Yep, I did. It's turning red on the other side. See?
Okay, you need a new mouse. Is that an old one?
Well, I don't know. Log Tech.
You get robbed of your mouse?
I mean, how in the world? I keep slamming it on the thing.
You do tap it a lot. Each time you make a point, you tap, tap.
And if it doesn't work, then I tend to throw things or drop things. So then I go on my iPad thinking I'll get you there. Okay, let's do that. And that same stuff is happening to me where it's saying I have to get rid of stuff because I have no storage left. That's BS because I've been paying 99 cents for storage. Does that happen to anybody else?
We will get this fixed when I see you in less than a month. But until then, Nana, let's maybe just go off your phone here. Is that okay?
Is that okay with you guys? I can't see anything, but okay.
You look great, but if you just want to, I don't want you to have to hold it for an hour. So if you could like set it, do you know on your computer? Oh, you don't have one of those things on the back because I have one of these things and I just sometimes set it on my monitor and it balances. You don't have one of these, or you do?
Yes, I do.
So on the top lip of your monitor, just kind of set it up there and have it tilt. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do.
Oh. How about if I turn it sideways? Does that work?
Now you're sideways. So just up and down, I think is the correct. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what, guys? I can't seem to get it together.
It's okay, Nana. You look great. You're doing great. I'll make sure I highlight comments so you can see what people are saying. Okay. So we're talking about the Dorit break-in. Some people have questions. I said that I am erring on the side of believing that she did, in fact, get robbed. And this wasn't some weird setup for whatever reason, whether it be the debts that they owe, whether it be a storyline or whatever. We've seen weirder things in Hollywood.
Well, honey, I would hope someone wouldn't do that for just a storyline. I mean, there's kids involved. Her children were in the house. I don't know. I'm hoping that that's not the case.
Okay. Marcus says, seriously, wouldn't their alarm have a stay-in setting for when you are asleep? I don't know a lot about alarms, but Teddy Mellencamp did tweet last night, just so you know, my husband did not install their alarm system because Dorit went on Watch What Happens Live with Kyle afterwards, and they didn't quite say Teddy's husband didn't install their alarm system. So then Teddy had to go on Twitter and say he did not, because that's not going to look good after Kyle's break-in and now, Dorit's. Eddie saying, what's suspicious is the scene with the kids taking karate, talking about bad guys. Then 5 hours later, a robbery happens. I mean, it's a little sus.
Okay. All right. I guess I'm thinking, did that happen?
Can you put it on top of your computer, Nana?
What? Did I what?
You don't want to hold it. Put it on top of your computer.
Well, it gives me something to do with my hands.
You can also plug your headphones in there, I believe, too, if you want to, if that makes it easier. Okay, so Oz Fly Girl says, I thought PK was flying from London and there as soon as he could be. That's what the episode made it seem like. But I do remember while it was happening, there were reports saying he didn't come back right away. And I thought, well, that's
he was
weird.
there. No, he was there 2 days. 2 days longer. That's what I didn't understand.
So he was there 2 days longer?
Well, that's what part of the episode said. But then when they're all sitting around Mauricio's house, then it seemed like he was just getting off the plane and it had just happened. So I was confused by that. Anybody else confused by that? I didn't.
They all go to Kyle's the day after this happens. And everyone's like, Dorit is in shock. She's being very brave, which definitely happens to people. There is that fight or flight. There is that shock that they're initially in. There are all these emotions, I'm sure, that Dorit went through. So she probably wanted to be by people. So she had her security, I guess, and some people take care of the kids. She went over to Kyle's. They filmed. She looked very distraught. And then PK shows up and they have this emotional scene where he just won't stop crying. And I imagine, like, yeah, your wife and your kids were just held up and robbed in your home by gunpoint. You weren't there. Yes. The guilt, the fear, all the feelings you would have, that would be the worst thing. And then seeing her for the first time. What did you think of all that, Nana?
Oh, I mean, that's the first time I like those two. So it was a first.
The phone's kind of cracking, so I don't know. Did you plug your headphones into it? We're having technical issues tonight, guys. It's a little cracky. I don't know why.
I don't either.
Can you just open your Gmail on your computer?
No, if I could, then I could get on.
Oh, you can't open your Gmail on your desktop? Oh, because your mouse.
My mouse, nothing's working. Is there a different way to get at things without a mouse?
Said if there is a reset button on your mouse, or can you just unplug it and then plug it back in? Did you try that? Sorry, guys, we're working through it, but we gotta help our moms.
Fine until I had to get back off, and then we were having trouble.
All right, I'm gonna mute you for a second just because you're cracking. Okay, so tell me, just unmute yourself when you're or give me the thumbs up when you're done. Okay, poor Nana, she's trying so hard. I feel so bad. I wish I could do more. We'll get it figured out, you guys. So yeah, you're 50-50 on the robbery. Hello, Papa. Oh, Andrew Gabor said it's giving real crackish. That is, Andrew Gabor always has the hilarious takes on this. So do you think PK set it up with Dorit knowing? I hope not. Hey, Nana.
Is it better?
Still cracking. Does your mouse work on your computer?
No.
And your iPad doesn't work, you said? What's wrong?
I'm having a small breakdown. The iPad won't let me on because it's saying I have no storage, even though I paid 99 cents a month.
Okay, sorry. Okay, let's just talk this out for a second, you guys. Feel free to hit the like while we help Nana. Okay, don't worry. Just take a deep breath. Let's all take a deep breath together. 1, 2, 3.
I don't do well with this shit.
It's okay. So let's try the first remedy, which could be just plugging your headphones into your phone so that it's not cracking. Do you know how to do that? Can you unplug your headphones from your computer and then maybe into your phone? Because then maybe that'll stop the cracking. Because sometimes when I'm talking on my computer without, we're just seeing all of Nana's house and bills and things. All of Nana's crack rocks are on the table there.
There is no place to plug in for the earphone on my telephone.
Oh, because do you have one that looks like this for your, when you plug it in, like you have a newer iPhone probably, so you can't plug in.
Yes, one end is round, the other end is flat. And I want to go back to the dial telephone, but go ahead.
Can you put the round end in your phone?
No, there is no place for the round end. There is only a place for this one. And this one is to plug it in. Isn't that too bad? And that's an iPhone.
Fun.
You know what? I don't think they're all that cracked up.
Well, they're pretty cracky. Your sound, they're pretty cracky. Okay, what about your mouse?
Okay,
is it working
here,
yet?
And it's
Did you unplug it? Did you unplug it and plug it back in?
I tried real hard.
So you didn't unplug it.
I was afraid. Now look at what this looks like back here, guys. Okay, but come on, this is Nana now. The hell?
That's a lot of cords. Where's your mouse plugged in, Nana?
It appears that it might be this white one here.
Yeah, just follow the cord of your mouse, unplug it, maybe wipe it off a little. Could be dusty roads back there, and just plug it back in. And we'll stay here with you the whole time, wondering if Dorit's robbery was real. It is like shitty to think that maybe it's not real. But let me just say, I do think Dorit's acting, if it's acting, that's pretty good acting. I mean, compared to some of the acting we've seen in the Depp Heard trial, it's pretty good. It's pretty good, okay? If you guys know what I'm talking about, if you're following and looking forward to, reluctantly, the Depp Heard trial, okay? Yes, and you can always plug your mouse into, maybe there should be multiple USB ports.
Okay, and that would be somewhere here, okay?
Yep, wherever it was plugged in before. Thank you, Miss J, for the first super chat. You are so kind. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Is it for a new mouse?
We're going to get Nana a new mouse with that. We got to get you a new chair, a new mouse. I'm going to buy you all these things, and you keep saying no, but I'm going to because you need it and you deserve it. And also maybe...
It's terrible, but I can't see a thing back here, guys. I'm trying really hard. Once I unplugged it... My sister Karen and I were just talking about this.
So you unplugged it. You unplugged your mouse, and now did you find
Wait.
Yeah?
It's going fast, but if I slow it down, I think I have
going fast. What's going fast, Nana? You're getting me excited.
Mouse, the little arrow.
Yay! Nana's mouse. Nana's mouse. Oh my God. And speaking of Care Bear, Auntie Karen is in the chat. She says, I'm sorry, Eileen, for your technical difficulties. I didn't get half this crap on my phone either. We love you, Karen. I miss
Karen. See, and I get all excited. I get Karen on the phone. I go, now we're going on tonight. Okay, I'll listen. So the one, and not that she hasn't been on before because she hasn't, but I wanted to say hi to her in the chat the one time.
Yeah,
she's making spaghetti. I know that. And isn't that terrible? Okay, so here we go again, guys. I'm going to go Married to Bravo. I'm going to the StreamYard. I'm hanging up from you, but first I should get on this way, right?
Well, let's just hang up, and then I'll make sure my phone, sorry, I turned my ringer and everything off when I'm live, but I'll put it back on in case you need to call me, okay?
Okay, and I'm entering the studio now.
She's here.
I'm here.
Whoa. Okay, hang up this part. I'm about to ban from studio. Okay, there we go. We did it.
Okay, so much to do.
Anna needs, I agree, Amberlynn. Professional gamer chair.
Back
cordless mouse. Chell built her computer when we were back last time. And then she also, I tried to get her wireless. I tried to get her AirPods last time, and she wouldn't let me buy them for her. She goes, I'll lose them. I can't keep track of that. So we're working on it. She doesn't like new things, but we're working on it. Okay.
I'm on the floor. I'm doing better. I got on my knees to pray. In the name of the Father and the Son. Okay.
You're back, Nana. Coffee Buzz says lethal weapon vibes, red wire or blue wire.
Little pink ones for little gals and little blue chairs for little boys. The bad scene.
Boys. Yeah, get Nana a Surface. Oh, Renee DM me about that. Are those worth it? Sounded like ET entering the studio, Jules says.
You mean that woo, woo, woo. Did you guys hear that? Or was that on my end?
We heard some crazy stuff, but you did it, Nana. Look it. We all stayed calm. We breathed through it. We were there for each other. Everyone on the lean team supported you. I supported you. We didn't even need to bug Hype Man Husband Chow. Look at us. We are making progress. Now you can read the chat and ignore me. This is like a normal Friday night.
Dad's saying this is a senior's nightmare. And Dad, you are right. Technology is a senior's nightmare.
Oh my God.
It is, you guys. I want to know this stuff so bad. And I just don't have any patience for this stuff. God didn't make enough downers for this shit. So anyway.
Right. He didn't make enough Zola for the shit. I was talking to my parents like an hour or so before I went live. Okay. And those two, my dad and her, decided to tell me a story I had never heard about Milton Berle's dick. Apparently it was very large. And my dad had all the jokes. What do you feed that thing? What's going on down there? And they both were like, you didn't know Milton Berle's wiener was big? I said, I don't even know who Milton Berle is. Did he make Monopoly? Wasn't that a Milton thing?
No, that was Milton Bradley.
Okay.
Milton Bradley's got a new one. It's called Twister. Yes, Milton Bradley.
Yeah. Hi. Well, your little Ditter is proud of you. She said, so proud of you, Eileen. Good job. Good job. Thanks, Karen. We love you.
Thanks, Karen. She's busy. Steve, they're going to go fishing. So she's getting all the stuff together. Remember how we used to pack up the boys for fishing and stuff? That's kind of fun to do.
Oh, he's going on a mancation, they call it.
Yes, they
all
do.
The guys?
Not this next week, but the week after. So I didn't.
Oh, you guys are such good wives. You get them together. Is it Milton Berle? Is that who we were talking about? Because Bonnie said Milton Berle.
Milton Berle.
My dad was calling him Berle.
He was calling him Merle.
Merle. He goes, Merle. Yeah. So in case you were looking, I know everyone, Nana, right now, everyone's going crazy for this guy. What's his name? Mods. We have a mod chat and they were talking about it and I haven't looked at it yet. And it's that Jesse guy. I think we found him through an arrest, but he was like the hot dude that was arrested. And apparently his package is so big and it appeared somewhere.
I'm doing a Johnny Depp impersonation, but go ahead. What now?
And Jesse Williams, thank you, Renee. This Jesse Williams guy, and I think, didn't he become famous for like he had like a hot mugshot and everyone was like, who dat, And so
wow,
he has now he's got this huge package, but my dad says, no, Milton Berle. Biggest wiener.
Yeah, it was so known in
you guys,
early Hollywood. He's the first one in the. Oops, there goes my
chair. She needs a new chair. Nana, let me buy this for you, please, God. I'm just doing it. I don't care. I'm shipping it to your house. I don't care.
No. I've been looking at Costco. I'm waiting.
Fine. It is not.
My chair's fine. It's
3 feet.
It makes me. I feel like I'm shrinking. I like it. I like it this way. Milton Berle had the Texaco was, if the old people are on here with me, he had one of the first, our show of shows, was that it, with Milton Berle?
Because I have heard the name. I play around.
Oh, yes.
I have heard the name. I just can't remember
Uncle Milty.
What he did. However, I feel like your generation is claiming biggest dong, but you have no receipts, as the kids say.
Oh, we have no receipts. Okay, because they didn't take pictures of their privates back then. At least there was nowhere to send it, like in social media.
There might be Polaroids of him and Sinatra comparing schlongs. Was he in the Sinatra era? Were they friends?
Polaroids then. That was 1965 they came out, 66. Polaroids.
Okay.
So we're talking
I apologize.
50s. That's okay. We're talking the 50s that he was known for that. But I mean, not that it would go away. I'm sure in the 65, 66, I'm sure he still had it.
Jesse, no wonder he's so beautiful. Okay, so Jesse, thank you, Jennifer.
Oh.
So Jesse Williams wasn't the hot mugshot guy. I just saw the beautiful eyes and I thought, oh, that must be a hot mugshot guy. Is it Jesse Williams? Is he in like Grey's Anatomy or something? Or is that someone else? I don't know. But he's an actor and he's Vanessa Williams' brother. Oh my God, of course. The beautiful family. Oh my God.
Oh, yes. Okay. I don't wonder.
Okay. Yeah. See, we talk about so much on Married to Bravo. We can get into, is your robbery real and who has the biggest dong of all time? You know what I mean? Silver screen dong size. So Milton Berle, when did he die, Nana?
Well, he was on, now let's not forget, he was on.
Is he a comedian?
Beverly Hills. Yes, he's a comedian. Stand-up comic.
Milton
Beverly
Berle.
Hills.
Yes.
90210.
I know who he is.
He was on that show and he played someone in a nursing home that had Alzheimer's, and Steve had to do court-ordered care at a nursing home. And he was the patient and he knew who he was. So anyway.
Okay. Yes. I think I always get him confused with George Burns for some reason. And I don't know why.
Okay.
It's like all these older white guys look alike to me. But okay. So Milty.
Yeah, Uncle Milty.
I think Milty's not Wilty. I think someone put that in the chat.
Jules
was he a Batman person?
Was he a what?
Was he in Batman or something? The show?
Not that I'm aware of. No.
Oh, okay.
No, he wasn't. And neither was George Burns. But George Burns had an old show, Gracie, his wife. She passed early.
Yeah, good night, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie. That's it. Okay.
All
right, let's get back. Okay.
Even though I didn't know at the time when I would watch Christmas Vacation, National Lampoons, I always thought that Grace, the blessing. I thought, I bet you maybe that, I don't know, as a kid, I thought maybe that's played by his wife. So here's the guy with the big dong.
Yes.
Rest in peace, big donger.
R.I.P. Milton Berle. I don't know how we got on this, but Jamie B's asking me, Nana, ask Alexa how big was Milton's Berle D. I don't think she knows
Nana.
that.
Do it. Just ask her, see what she says.
But we're gonna try now. Okay, so hang tight, kids.
Your Alexas might go off. Sorry.
Your Alexa might go off. So if the kids are around, you don't want to. Alexa, how big was Milton Berle's penis? He was 5 feet 10 inches tall. That told us absolutely nothing.
Alexa, you can't judge by a man's height. If anyone knows, it's you, girl.
How big was his feet? No, never mind. That didn't work either. Okay, that's all right. I guess we don't really know, but that was reported.
Look at Teresa's comment to make up.
I'm sorry. Where's Teresa's comment?
She just said that the Burl was probably to make up for his face. Okay, so Jesse Williams is the mugshot guy. His nudes from the Broadway show he's in. Okay, I'm confused now, guys. All right, well, there you go. Yes, Milton was on Batman in the 60s. Thank you, Anna.
What did he play? When I think of Batman. Well, wait a minute. Now,
never mind.
Character did he play? I
take back what I said about Jennifer Love Hewitt said she's incorrect. It's actually Chris Williams is Vanessa Williams' brother. Jesse Williams is the hot mugshot guy. Hot mugshot guy with the big dong for the win. Ding, ding, ding. Do we have, in honor of Michael Darby being single and liking big dongs allegedly, let's play a little Michael Darby. It is Friday the 13th. Yes, 5'10", Jules.
I mean, Jules, serious. That's what she said to me. I thought maybe, what? It's a part of the body. It's like, what ring size is he? Come on. We can't talk about stuff like that. Oh, my goodness. I got to know. I got to look it up.
This is the most confusing stream ever because I keep saying facts that are not factual, and then I read someone else correcting me, but then their facts are wrong. So Jamie B said Jesse Williams was on Grey's Anatomy. He's not the mugshot guy. And Renee says, no, he's from Grey's Anatomy, just not Vanessa's brother. Not Hot Felon. Okay, so not Hot Felon. He's an actor. Got it.
Speaking of hot felons, here's what my husband Paul says, Jolene's dad. Milton was asked how big his penis was erect, and Milton replied, I don't know, I always pass out.
Is that how it went? Yeah. No, how big is your penis when it's fully erect? And is that what you said? And then he said, I don't know.
I always pass
I
out.
always pass out. And I said, what does that mean? And my dad goes, well, all the blood makes you pass out.
Something with the blood flow somewhere.
A lot of blood flow had to go. And I go, oh, gross. And he goes, I thought you liked dick jokes. I'm like, yeah, when I tell them, not when my dad tells them to me.
That's very true. It's very true. Let's think about it. Now, is Karen still listening? Because if Karen's listening, Steve's listening. Hi, Steve. That's my brother-in-law.
Hi, Steve. We're talking about dongs, Uncle Steve.
That's right. We just have to know about Milton Berle. But there's yes. I mean, there was so many things. That's what we grew up with. Uncle Milty in the 50s. He had one of the first shows. And it was just really, that's when we had like 2 channels. Okay. And we walked to school every day. All right.
So many more.
Well, we have too many
to choose from. It's crazy.
We have too many.
Speaking of which, Nana, since we're jumping around in this episode and stuff, and we're just getting into Beverly Hills, we have a little bit of news, tea, and gossip that falls into this episode and what was talked about, which is the Elton John party that allegedly Lisa Rinna never said thank you for, even though Lisa Rinna had a fit when Garcelle didn't thank Harry Hamlin for his sauce. So this would be technically some Nana's stolen tea. All right. So I think it's fair to say that Lisa Rinna and Sutton Strachey are not on good terms right now. Okay.
No.
So the reality rundown has been breaking this down because Rinna has actually been, I believe, commenting on some of their posts. Now I got this on the Reddit for Real Bravo Housewives. And these are some of the comments that have been left because, as you know, last night, Sutton made a comment on the episode about Erica Jane dating again and how she needs to find herself a wealthy man. That's what she's probably looking for because, basically she's broke. She doesn't have anything. So she might need to, have to get with a guy. And she's like, I don't need to look for that when I'm dating because I have all the money. My name is Sutton. So Lisa Rinna replies to that and says, oh, that's right. Sutton worked her ass off to have the money she has. I guess it takes a gold digger to know one. She's rich, honey. She's rich because of her ex-husband. Wow. And hey, more power to her. However, you get your cash. However you get your cash, just own it, baby. We're back to Lisa Rinna. Own it. And then Sutton replies on Instagram. I think it's Instagram, to Lisa Rinna and says, at Lisa Rinna, now, Lisa, I've known my ex since we were kids. Don't be doing this. And Lisa Rinna says, at Sutton Strachey, so if he stopped paying your monthly, what then? You'd be in the same spot as Erica. Don't be starting something you can't win.
Ouch.
And then Lisa Rinna then goes on to be like, oof, you're so angry. I hit a nerve, kind of like she did with Denise Richards. And then Lisa Rinna said, I also thought Sutton was just too busy in her life to see this tabloid sort of stuff happening. She sure saw this now, didn't she? Oh, doggy.
And Sutton, to bring that up, that Harry Hamlin, and which he can do no wrong, and Rinna not saying thank you for her bringing them to the Elton John, what was it, a charity event?
Yes, charity event.
And that's just not, come on. But Rinna did say that, Garcelle did not call back and say, well, thank you so much for your sauce, Harry. I'll tell you, if I got any sauce from Harry Hamlin, I'd be thanking him over
Nana
and over
would
and
be
over again.
sucking it up right in front of you. She'd be like, you want to
stop
see
it.
me down this hole?
Stop
Marinara.
Marinara. Harry Hamlin is darling. He turned 70. They're having that birthday party for him. I didn't think that was, back in the day when you're young, 70 sounds like, oh man, you got maybe 2 hours to live. But now it's nothing, I mean, seriously, back when I was 16, I thought 26 was like, you're over the hill. So,
yeah, exactly.
But anyway,
like
I thought that was
of
kind of childish of Sutton to say that, as I thought it was for Rinna to say that. That Garcelle didn't say thank you.
Total sense. Sutton is coming and supporting her girl Garcelle. They are really good friends. We come into this episode. They're in Miami together. They're single at the same time. They have each other's back. The same way Lisa Rinna unapologetically has Erica Jane's back, even when Erica Jane is clearly wrong, to the point of Lisa Rinna has looked very hypocritical in her treatment of other housewives in the past. And then how she's like, we shouldn't question Erica. We should just leave her alone. It's like, but you wanted to question everybody else. Kim.
That's right.
And you wanted to question Brandy. And you wanted to question Denise. And you had questions for everybody. You were in everybody's business. But now all of a sudden we have to stay out of Erica's business. And I remember on the reunion for last season, or maybe the season before, it was last season. And she was like, well, I mean, Erica's is serious. And it's like, and Kim's alcoholism and addiction isn't something that you and your little friend Vidal Sassoon's daughter was spreading, that she was dying. Like, that's pretty serious.
It is. And I just, I have no time for Erica. If they had any guts at all, or any good taste, they get her off of there. And I'm talking Erica. Get her out of there. I don't think she brings.
You can't get rid of Erica right now.
Yes, you can. She's horrible.
You guys put in the chat. Do you want Erica to stay, or should she go? Should Erica stay, or should she go? I think she should stay. We got to see how this plays out. She's going to be the town drunk this season. She found weed, antidepressants, edibles, and alcohol. And it looks like we're going to hear Lisa Rinna telling her, you can't mix the two. When I used to mix Zoloft when I was on the antidepressant in my early 20s and then alcohol, I don't remember getting really messed up. I just remember getting really sick.
And I didn't get sick. I got really messed up.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, because on the back of those little prescription bottles, it says do not take with alcohol. But I didn't think they were talking to me. So anyway, speaking of which, now this is not alcohol, but this is something.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Nana. Yes, Tammy's right. What she did to Yolanda was horrendous, because that had to do with a medical thing. No matter how that turned out or didn't turn out or did this, that. You said she had Munchausen's, right? That was the thing. And even Vanderpump. So if you're going to always be telling people that you're going to be up in their business, we can't just pick and choose whose business that we're up in. You got to be in everybody's. But I do like this aspect of, you have these two friends who are going to have each other's back, and these two other friends will have each other's back. It kind of makes for an interesting dynamic on the show. Okay, so Miss T, let's see what people are saying. Miss T saying, stay. We need a good train wreck.
Okay, so Ms. T is saying Erica should stay. I'm sorry, you guys. When she says she doesn't care about anybody else but herself, I mean,
you don't have to apologize, Nana. You don't have to apologize. You can have all your feelings. This is for us to express our feelings, whether we agree or not. Who cares? Because people agree with you too. Wendy Lynn said, go so I can start watching it again. Aaron says, Erica should go for numerous reasons.
Thank you, Aaron.
And according to the next episode preview, allegedly, yes, Taco Bell. She's very into Taco Bell too.
Now, that's funny because, don't go Taco John's. Don't you have a Taco John's there? It's a lot better. And they got them little potatoes. What are they called? Olays. Oh my God, they're good.
Oh, potato Olays are good. A Canary says, I want Erica to stay in hopes we see her downfall.
Oh, all right. You got me there. I'd like to see that myself.
Yeah, Rinna's always deflecting her issues onto others. Yes. Oh my God, I would love for Dr. Curry to evaluate these ladies. She is the forensic psychologist, clinical psychologist on Johnny Depp's side, and then there's Dr. Hughes, who's on Amber Heard's side, and they came up with both very different diagnoses and opinions in this. So, but yeah, Dr. Curry would be very, you know what, I do see Dr. Curry, since this Johnny Depp thing is this case is so huge, I do see her later either getting, if she chooses, I have a feeling she would, because that's how it works. And she lives in LA. So getting her own little thing, or, I can see her doing this kind of stuff. Just start your own YouTube channel, girl. You will get all the subs and you can just talk about this stuff.
Is it still going on, the Johnny Depp? I mean, it's
yes,
just continuing.
Yes, we took a week off. We have like 3 weeks, I think, left of the defamation trial. We took a week off because the judge had a perm scheduled she couldn't get out of. So she had to get. No, I just say that she had some kind of like.
I thought, do people get those still? Okay,
well,
sorry.
She's this little cutie. Her name's Penny, and she's got like what looks to be like a little perm. So I thought maybe she had a perm do it, but no, she had some kind of conference she had to attend. So now we're going into, starting Monday, the remainder of Amber's being on the witness stand with her team, so being examined, and then once she finishes that up in like a day or so, then we get to cross-examination by Johnny Depp's team, and it is going to be crazy. Eddie is saying, I love Erica. Most people think she is cold towards the victims, but even before this, Erica's always been cold. That's her personality. Plus, she's a victim too. She is losing her life as well. Yeah.
Eddie, you do have some points there, and I love your name. Love the name Eddie. It's just a cute name. It reminds me of Leave It to Beaver.
Eddie Haskell. I knew she was going to say
I was going there. But in speaking of Leave It to Beaver, if you guys, I don't know, I don't want to get religious on you, but if you do believe in a higher power, if you can just pray for Tony Dow. He's having some issues with cancer again, and I'm very sad about that.
Not Wally.
Yes. And he seems like such a dear man, and we're friends.
We'll send good healing vibes
to Tony Dow.
To Wally, Tony Dow.
You. But Eddie, I love your name.
Vibes.
Love your name.
Good
That's
vibes.
Great.
Dee Marie says, I want to see Erica's reaction when confronted about being a front man for a conspiracy theory.
What?
Yes.
Say that again, Ms.
Erica is making it worse for herself. Turn over the footage. Bravo. Lisa and Harry Hamlin need to move to Canada and make sauce and shut the F up.
Jamie B.
Lisa Jamie B.
I do too. But Jamie B. I do love you, Jamie B. But tell Lisa to go. Keep Harry Hamlin here so Nana can look at him. Okay.
Tammy says, Nana, I think I'm with you. I think what Erica and her husband have done is just sad. So many others have gotten in trouble with the law, and the Girardis did involve victims. That's what Andy was saying at last year's reunion. The difference with this case is with Teresa, Giudice, and Joe, they didn't pay taxes. Yeah, they scammed. They did that. But there was no real.
They did scam people, didn't they?
No, they didn't scam people. They just didn't pay their taxes. They didn't pay their dues, And so, so then they had to pay it back. And Teresa is now, she's paid it back. But with this, it's like you're talking victims of some pretty horrendous things that they trusted him to represent. And again, that's not necessarily Erica's problem, but her stuff she's done along the way hasn't really helped her. Okay. Tickled says, stay. Care Bear, I heard that. Yes, we might be getting her sister.
Do they get along? Her and Amber's, do they get along?
Yes. And she did testify in this is like an Amber Johnny Depp crossover thing. I'm trying to get Nana involved with me with Johnny Depp, and that's why she bought the eye patches. Put it back on, Nana.
I was going to be ready for you.
She won't watch all the testimonies, but she will buy the
I will buy eye patches.
So Nana.
Because I went to the garage sales and bought these.
They get along to a point, allegedly. I think there is some inner fighting, but she did testify in the UK trial that Amber Heard actually won. So, but I don't think she was fully deposed for this trial. So it's interesting. But Amber Heard needs somebody because she's got no one basically testifying on her behalf. So far. Teresa says Erica needs a wise guy right up her. She does. She needs a gangster because she already thinks she's a gangster. She thinks she's a thug. She thinks she's like, baby, because I'm a thug. Mims is here. Mims says, bring Kim back. Let's talk about the husbands. I want to know still.
I love Kim. Bring her back.
Knows about the husband. Is it some allegations from a marriage past that surfaced a while ago, or what is it? I don't know.
About Mauricio?
No, about your favorite, Harry Hamlin.
Oh, let's just leave him alone. I mean,
or
serious.
From a coworker. There was some kind of weird thing, there's a lot of things said, so I don't know. I don't want to put anything out there that's not true, but yes, I want to hear what she has to say. Okay. Yeah. Allegedly, Amber Heard may have gotten in physical altercations with her sister Whitney too. So you know what I mean? It's just another day in the Johnny Depp, Amber Heard, someone shit their bed trial.
Jamie B, I went to like 25 different garage sales because a place out here, a city of Woodbury has all
Nana's
these
gonna
garage
get
sales.
pink eye.
Who has eye patches at a garage sale, and why would you put that on your face? Well, honey, I'm putting it over my glasses for one. It came with 2 kerchiefs that are now in the laundry to do, and they have little skeletons on them.
They came in plastic, right? They were never opened.
They came in plastic. I'm assuming they were never opened, and if they were,
I think people used to wear them on their buttholes, but that's just me. Okay.
Well, then I am gonna just put them right here. I'm with you. I think they're so cute.
They are so cute. Keep it on.
So
did you see Kyle on Watch What Happens Live talk about?
I did.
Now, I didn't see this part because I didn't watch the full thing. Apparently, Kyle is closer to Brandy. What'd she say, Nana? Give us the tea. Give us the Nana tea. What's happening?
What now?
Oh, no. Can you fake it till you make it? Apparently, Kyle said she's closer to Brandy now than she is her own damn sister, Kim.
I didn't get that part. Where was that?
Okay, never mind.
Brandy. They brought up Brandy?
I didn't see that part either. So we must not have watched to completion. Okay. Which happens.
Okay. Did you see Kyle talk about how apparently Kyle's closer to Brandy now than Kim? I don't remember seeing that because wasn't it Dorit and Kyle that were on? Mm-hmm. And then Kyle's 3 daughters were the bartenders.
They were.
Now, Are they all of age?
Yes. And then he said that the littlest one, she'll be able to, who just had her bar mitzvah, she'll be able to come when and join when she is 21. So
all right. I have a question then. I thought it was only boys, and I could be so wrong here, had bar mitzvahs. What?
No.
I didn't know girls had bar mitzvahs. Then what happened
today?
So
sexist.
No,
Nana.
but what happened today? I am a man. I thought that was for boys and not for girls.
It's genderless, Nana. Okay, quit trying to gender our things, please. Please stop.
I've never, has anybody else, anybody else in the chat ever heard?
Now we're doing religion lessons.
I just have to know about this because it kind of drove me crazy when they said that she had a bar mitzvah. I was not aware that women had bar mitzvahs. I thought it was just bat mitzvah. Okay, I'm saying it wrong. I'm saying bar, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's called slightly different for girls, Natashki is saying.
Okay, thank you. Because I've never heard it. Like I learned everything I know from TV. And when Frasier's son was having his, say it again for me, bat mitzvah. Okay. I always thought it was today I am a man. And on Dick Van Dyke.
Girls have bat mitzvahs. Ba.
Okay. Thank you.
So
because even on Dick Van Dyke, when Buddy
even trust old TV.
When Buddy Sorrell was having his bat mitzvah. Did I say it wrong?
His mitzvah. We'll just say his mitzvah.
All right.
So the bar mitzvah is for the boys. The bat mitzvah is for the girls.
Is that true? All right.
It's a bar versus bat. Bar versus bat.
Thank you. Because do you have to be of a certain age, though? That's what I always thought. Like you had to be like 15 or 13, somewhere in that.
Kind of like a quinceañera, kind of like.
Yes, exactly.
Like coming of age.
Confirmation.
Confirmation within the church or something.
Yes.
Yeah, boys are bar. Girls are bat.
Canary, we were thinking the same thing. Yes, it's sort of like confirmation for Catholics. Sorry, thank you.
I was just reading something, but Nana just.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I really.
Mim says, what are you holding up?
Look at this. It's in a brown bottle, and it is so delicious. I can hardly.
Are you drinking that brown liquor?
No, it's 40 calories, and that's usually I do low
40
cal
ounces
stuff.
of freedom?
No, it's called Orange Dream, and it is, oh my God, it comes in glass bottles, and I am a fan.
You pour it in a glass and show us. Mim says, I love that Kathy and Kim throw Kyle away so easily. She must be really annoying. Well, remember, last season at the reunion, Kathy Hilton said, because Andy said, Kim makes so much more sense now having met Kathy. That's what Andy said. And then he's like, well, I don't really understand Kyle. And Kathy, I am paraphrasing, but she alluded to that the real Kyle, you don't know. Kathy says that a lot. You don't know the real Kyle. And Kim has said that previously as well.
Well, you know, and I think her and Mauricio are all for, not that most of them aren't, but all for the money. Do you think? I mean, because didn't he?
She works all for money.
Money. But didn't he? Didn't they steal Kim's house? Wasn't that it? I don't know.
They stole my goddamn house. You are sick and an alcoholic, Kim. And then Kathy said that was so hard to watch for her. But this is, I mean, we're going to see some interesting stuff with Kathy because there is going to be allegations against Kathy coming from Rinna, coming from this Aspen trip. I think it was Aspen. So I think we're going to get a real meaty season of Beverly Hills.
I think we're going to find out quite a bit this
I think
season.
We will never see Kathy Hilton again on this show.
I think you're very right. And Tess, that sounds delicious, Nana, like a creamsicle drink. Yes, that's what I thought. And you know, it'd be really good. Or it's called Orange Dream. It tastes like a dreamsicle. And if you put vanilla ice cream over it, oh my God, be still my heart. This is really good.
Natashki's saying, doesn't Kyle have a different dad than the other two? No, Kyle and Kim have the same dad. Kathy has a different dad.
I didn't know that.
That's interesting. Yeah. So Big Kathy, their mom, which there are many a story and book that have been written about Big Kathy and her questionable ways. We talked about it on here a few times. Questionable parenting and possible kind of pimping out in the sense of not the traditional sense, but in the sense of like a Hollywood pimp out, I guess. Those were allegations that have made against Big Kathy. There's lots of things people have said about Big Kathy being the girl's mom or the women's mother. So yeah.
Okay. Nana,
so I don't know. I gotta read that book.
Kyle's.
No, there's a book. Well, hopefully has Kim come out with her book? I have no idea. There's a book that we talked about one time on the stream that I was going to read and then I just never did. And I forgot what it's called, but someone wrote like a tell-all book about Big Kathy and the Hiltons and how they got to where they are and the Richards sisters and all that. So it seems very interesting, very Hollywood. Nana, is it Stewart's?
No, JC, thank you. It isn't. It's Sprecher. I don't know. I got it from a real Sprechen, whatever that means. Dad always says that. I got it at Menards.
What a nice place to get a drink where you get your lumber, you get your creamsicle. Okay. Mim says, I think Kathy saying that the reunion played a part in Kyle's tagline. When you're the real deal, you don't have to pretend. You know what, Mims? That makes a lot of sense. And at least we don't have to hear anything about, I was born in this town. This town was born for me. I born to this town. This town came out of my baby door. I am this town. I can smell a fake. You know, and you're just like, okay, Kyle, were you born in this town? Do you know this town? Is this your town? Is this the town that, because this is the tagline that never ends. Yes, it goes on and on, my friend. Like, it's just too much. Okay. Kim's book keeps getting squashed, which is horrible because I want to see it and read it. Canary said, allegedly Big Kathy groomed the girls. Yes, to marry wealthy men. We remember that, like Kim's first marriage or first couple, very wealthy men. Obviously, Kathy landed a Hilton. You know, Kyle, she got preggers, I think, at 19. with Farrah, and then went on to later find Mauricio. So it's interesting. We'll have to look at this book and talk about it. Okay. And also, yeah, me too. Nana, why didn't you groom me to marry wealthy men? Okay. I had to find love in Chell, and now I just love him so much. And we're just like, love, love, love. And he's so sweet. You know what I mean? Why didn't I get groomed to marry an asshole? All right. Sorry. Allegedly, she was.
I don't know. That wasn't a big thing for us as far as when we were growing up. I mean, if you found somebody that was going to work hard and you knew yourself that you were going to be working, not be a stay-at-home mom, just it wasn't going to be for me.
I was going to be working too. Do you have Nana notes?
Not really. I have,
because we're just kind of talking.
I really I didn't think there was a lot to write about because it just flowed so nicely. I thought,
yes, this was a great premiere episode. It gets us into what we're going to see from Dorit this season, which is her recovering from this armed robbery. I thought it was heartbreaking when PK went back inside and forgot his phone, and the way Dorit sat out in front of Kyle's house, it gives me like goosebumps, and had starting to have like these very anxiety ridden possible signs of PTSD happening. And just like, you're okay. And just trying to talk herself off the ledge. And it was pretty heartbreaking. I think I saw Shannon Van tweet something about, if you're not crying right now, you have no heart. I didn't cry, but I did definitely feel something.
Oh, I had the shivers up and down my arms when she said that, she thought it was the kids coming in the bedroom because she always would have them in bed with her, at least her daughter, and just didn't that night. Brought her daughter to her own bed. And certainly we had kids, sleeping with us. And especially if dad was gone, you guys always wanted to come in. That was fine, But for some reason, she put the little girl, her girl, back to bed in her own bedroom. Thank God.
And she did not turn on the alarm. And my thing is, why even have these alarm systems? You have so much stuff and you're by yourself. That would be the first thing I turn on. I'm not trying to shame her at all. It's just a weird reaction.
Don't shame.
Not put that, turn that on.
It would be like people who have hearing aids that they're always in their pocket. They don't wear them. Okay. Like I don't need hearing aids, but if I did, I would be wearing them. But go ahead.
Okay, Miracle Air. Mem says, am I the only one who thinks it's weird Bravo made her film the next day? No, I don't think you're the only one. But I also, knowing Dorit after all these seasons, I guarantee she was like, I'll film. This is a gig Dorit cannot lose. This is a gig PK cannot lose. This is something, and I also do think Dorit appeared to be in shock from just me looking at it. And I know nothing about nothing, but just as a spectator of the show, she did look to be in shock. Okay. And it is a big deal. Thank you, Leanne. It's Friday the 13th, and Leanne was the halfway to Halloween. We can't wait to get to October because me and Nana are dressing up for every live we do together in something Halloweeny.
Isn't that nice? I don't watch Housewives of Beverly Hills, just dropping in to hit the like. Thank you. That's so nice.
Yes. And I would have been so mad for him leaving that phone. And I mean, maybe it was just because he's thrown off too, because he's, with his wife and he's finally reunited and all these things have happened and he's just overwhelmed with emotions. And I leave my phone everywhere. So I don't know.
I can never find mine. I always say, Dad, call my phone. I don't know where it is. Well, weren't you just in the laundry room? Yeah, but can you just call it so I don't have to walk down there? Okay.
Thank you, Diana Lee, with the super chat saying, wow, Nana, the gym is working. Your arms look fabulous. Oh, Nana, get it, girl.
Honey, I wish they did. I got all this going, when you're waving and you're going,
can you?
But you know what? That's just life. But thank you. I'm taking the compliment. Thank you very much for the super chat, Diana Lee. You're a doll. Thank you. I feel stronger.
I want to get your opinion on something, Nana.
Yes.
All right. So when Kyle was at her window waiting for Sutton to show up in the episode, and she's crying. She's like, I don't know what I'm crying. It's like, because you always cry, Kyle. You cry over everything. Like, you're that person,
Oh, I know.
Kyle's going to be the one that's crying. Then Sutton comes in and Sutton's like, hey, y'all, I got cookies. I found cookies in my car. Isn't that crazy? I got these cookies in my car. And then Kyle's like, it's just so sad. And Sutton's like, yeah, it's terrible. It just must be a weird week. It must be something. I am dealing with some stuff too. And Kyle's like, not like Doritos. Well, I mean, but everything is relative. I mean, I have my own. I got French. I'm trying to get some French doors in by some real French people. And turns out French people don't want to work. They just want to like have a siesta or whatever they're doing. I don't even know what they do over in French. Bonjour. But, they just want to do all this stuff. And I'm just like, can we get the French stuff in? I cannot even find the tile I need to find for my house. I am so stressed. And Kyle's just like, what? I thought that was hilarious.
That said a whole lot. No, I mean, I thought it was funny myself only because it was so geeky and so, I don't know. I mean, you just kind of look like, where have you been, Sutton? Do you know what just happened to your friend? Or maybe she's not your friend and you don't give a rat's ass.
But remember, Sutton didn't believe Erica. Does Sutton also not believe Dorit?
I don't think Sutton believes too much. I really don't. And I like Sutton. I do. I don't know why I do, but I do like Sutton. I did like her hair. I liked her hair this time.
I talked about that
awesome.
Early.
Oh, did you?
Earlier when you were off
having issues.
Waves. Oh,
yes, I loved it. I thought it looked great.
Maybe because that's what I like to do with my hair, but it never turns out that good unless someone else does it. A Canary says, I think some unsavory folks who PK owed money to are responsible. I think PK and possibly Dorit have an idea who and why it happened because they haven't caught the people yet, allegedly.
Well, I don't think they catch people. Do they? I don't think they catch people like that. It's get and go. I mean, no. I mean, could you tell who it was from those pictures coming in? No.
And were there cameras in the actual home? And did they have to turn those over to the police?
I don't know, honey. I really don't.
I do have more questions. When it happened, I went live and I was kind of like, oh my God, what is going on? And I thought, I'll just wait to see it on the season because I don't feel like we're going to get any answers. Natasha says, Sutton was like all of us when we didn't believe the robbery. Because this Housewives world has made, the world in general, but especially this reality TV world has really made us question what's real. Because
everything.
There's so many things that get pushed forward due to and for storylines. And really, just looking at like The Bachelor or Bachelorette to put in, an example out there, they'll do anything. Like people will ruin lives. I mean, 90 Day, just this reality TV world will just push these fake narratives. They'll push fake storylines. So we're like, well, is this just for the show or what's happening? Or is this like, and then we do know that PK and Dorit previously have been so not cooperative when talking about their financial issues. Remember when they had their little like diary session and they kept shoving shit in their mouth because they thought maybe they couldn't use that footage, allegedly. So again, I don't know, but I don't blame people for questioning because that is what reality TV has done. It has pushed so many fake storylines and fake this and that on us that we're now like, well, is this just part of the thing or what's going on? What's happening?
Well, we'd like to say thank you to June, $4.99. Could the insurance
thank you,
deny payment if the alarm was not on?
I don't know how that
I don't
works.
know that.
It could be something like that because if it is in your insurance policy for your homeowner's insurance that says you have an alarm similar to car insurance, they ask, do you have a car alarm? Do you have this or that, the other thing? And if it's something they assume you have on, these insurance companies, they would love nothing more than to not have to give you the money. And as Jules is saying right here, thank you, June, so much. My car flipped 2 times on the way to Taco Bell and a snowstorm froze. Drive-through window shut. Erica Jane should have showed me like, Kyle, my God. I was on my way to Taco Bell, okay, because I was high and I was drunk, but I was driving. But that's neither here nor there. It was snowing, honey. And I went to Taco Bell and they couldn't get the window up and I was pulling it, because I got Taco Bell strength now and they couldn't get it, honey. So I went home and I put on an Adidas tracksuit and I pet my dog and I went on richguys.com and I just scrolled through, honey. I don't need to know your name. I just want to bang, bang, bang.
Oh my God.
You know, so maybe now Mims is saying the robber was caught. Well, who was it? Was it Tom Girardi?
Oh, really?
What if Tom Girardi set this up because of the joke that PK did against, now this is a bad scenario, but against his wife and him, and say, no, the 80-year-old guy saved the leg. Yeah, save the ankle. Don't help him with the brain. Save the ankle. Remember that?
Yes. Yes. Do I ever? Well, did you find it odd when Erica walked in and said, Mauricio walked in and Erica's saying there, she was, Mauricio, I'm mad at you, because you were making fun of us. Well, that seemed like it happened 100 years ago to bring it up right now, didn't it?
Also, she was so cool about them laughing at her. Granted, it was jokes, but she's so bothered by Sutton's questions and Garcelle, saying stuff. But then Marisha's like, just kidding. I'm so mad at you, honey. I could stab you, but I won't. I live in West Hollywood now, so I got some dick. I'm feeling better. Me, so I don't know.
That is great. I mean, I love your Ericas.
Street Kemsley robbers caught. I'm gonna put, because Mims says they were
okay.
Caught. Like,
all right.
Dorit said a day ago they're still at large, and she said, "I'll watch what happens live." So she said, Dorit Kemsley says robbers who invaded her home are still at large. This is People Magazine a day ago. I'll get through it, she said. Yeah. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star said the robbers who invaded her home haven't been caught yet. When Andy Cohen asked Kemsley, 45, if there have been any arrests during a conversation on Wednesday nights, WWHL, she responded, no, not yet. I don't believe so. In October, three male intruders, I said two, broke into Kemsley's residence. She was in the home with her son Jagger, 7, her daughter Phoenix, 5, and her husband Paul PK Kemsley was out of town. The 2 children slept through the encounter, and Kemsley confirmed they still have no knowledge of the break-in.
I don't know, yeah. and I understand these homes are so huge, but that breaking of the glass, how did they break that glass where it just shattered like that? What is it that they had that they could shatter that door?
Just hammer it?
Well, but the way it shattered, it kind of just went.
Milton Berle's dong.
They hit it. Boom.
They hit it with his dong. They bought it off eBay. I don't know.
Yeah, isn't that something? I don't.
DM me that, Care Bear. Yeah, I would like to get into some celebrity conspiracy theories and drag Nana in with me when she's available.
Care Bear, listen, honey. No, busy. I'm very busy. I haven't even touched my laundry in a few days. I was running and doing other things.
I can do it myself. I just want to sometimes include you. That's all. Okay.
All right. I really like to be included, but.
Matthew says, in Erica's voice, yeah, Garcelle, they put a gun to her head. Like, why did she say it like that? For real. Like, Garcelle walks into Kyle's house. Kyle's got charcuterie out, because that's what happens when your friend is involved in armed robbery. Like, come over, honey, in your sweats. I got charcuterie, wine. I'm dressing up. My husband's going to be high, and he's going to be. Do you see Mauricio was like shoving? I love Mauricio. He was shoving his face with crackers and cheese as she's like, and then I said, don't hurt my babies. He's like, oh, that's bad. That's real bad.
Can you explain something to me? This is a girl that came from Maplewood East Side and now out here. Okay.
That's good.
When did this become a thing? What is this board with all these fruits and cheese and crackers on it? What is it exactly?
Charcuterie boards? They're like the height of delicious. They're so good.
But how long has this been out?
Since medieval times. Since Game of Thrones.
I didn't watch Game of Thrones. I don't know anything about it. But everybody seems to come out with these boards.
Oh, you have to. You have to.
Oh, but what else can you put on those?
Oh, you get crackers, you get different kind of cheeses. You got your bries, you got your dill Havardis, you got all different Havardis, you got all maybe a little cheddar for your basic friends. You got all kinds of fun cheeses. Then you got your meats. You got different, you can have prosciutto, you can have, mozzarella, you can have all kinds of cool things. Then you want to add in some fruit and you want to get some crackers. And if you are a wine drinker, drink some wine. And if you have friends who are alcoholics like me, get a non-alcoholic wine. Sometimes we like to have that feel a part of the party. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride of fancy. Okay,
I love it. And Haru, I love you, Haru. You always.
It's adult Lunchables. It's so good.
It's adult Lunchables. Now I understand that. Okay, so I could make one, right?
Yeah,
I could just say, Dad,
for the holidays,
and
for yourself,
just for the holidays, just for
yourself.
Hi,
me and Chell do it. They sell them at Trader Joe's, and then you can put them all. They sell them together.
What do they sell?
All the things you need for the charcuteries.
Right together at a
just make sure you got a little board thing or a plate. You can go to restaurants, get a nice charcuterie board. It's just a nice way to start a meal, have a meal, have a little bit of, if you're a little cocktail person with your friends, little charcutes. It's just so cute.
It just sounds classy. Would you have it at a bar mitzvah? No.
You'd have it at a bat mitzvah and a bar mitzvah and a confirmation. Okay. Yes. And Matthew, coming back to your comment, I did think it was weird. So then Garcelle comes in later. Dorit has told the story. And Erica's like, yeah, Garcelle, they held a gun to her head, honey. I don't know, man. They just held that gun to her head. And Garcelle's like, okay. I brought you something. It's a giant crystal of protection because I'm a caring person. But thank you, Erica, for just throwing out the gun thing. That is not your story to tell, but she just led with the lead. She was just like, here we go. We're not even going to hide the lead. I'm just going to go with it. Yeah, the gun to her head. Yeah. I think Erica is thinking this could be the story that gets them off my ass and it makes me look better. Because think about it in Erica's eyes, you guys. Here's conspiracy theory, Jolene style.
Yes. Okay. All right. I'm listening.
Dorit gets robbed. Erica Jane's human. So she's like, oh my God, horrible. The kids okay? Kids are okay? The dog's okay? I love a dog, honey. Honey, I love a dog. How are the shoes? Not good? Oh no. How about the purses? The Birkins? Oh, honey, no. Oh, there was a gun? Okay. Did they have the gun while the kids in the house? Oh, honey, this is going to be so much worse than what me and Tom Girardi did, okay? Because there were children that they held guns to, allegedly. So when you guys are out here talking about, did I know about the money that was transferred to EJ Global, which I did. It was not 20 million. New York Times got it wrong. Thank you, Sutton. You read the article. Maybe you should read it again, honey. You also should think, did Erica Jane hold a gun to somebody? Did Erica Jane scare children? No, she didn't. She just married a guy that maybe allegedly, possibly had dementia from falling 6 years ago or 22 years ago and might have defrauded people. Honey, but that is not the same thing as armed robbery. Okay, I would never. Oh, God. So to her, she's like, I did white collar shit. This is low level crack shit. Honey, I don't even care. So she's probably thinking, thank God.
Oh, honey.
This came up. Okay.
I know. I suppose it is deflecting off of her. And yeah, I did feel really bad for Dorit. I hope this is not a setup. I hope this isn't a setup. I don't want to say, I hope she really was robbed. I don't want to say it that way, but I hope this wasn't a setup.
I think if it is not real, Dorit's acting is on point. Chrissy's saying YouTube it. Yeah, you can just YouTube a charcuterie Nana and just put it together and you can add whatever you like.
Well, honey, it just sounds so, it's classy. It just seems so classy. And I thought, I'd bring it to the table and say, check this out, Paul. Look at this. I think
my God, Matthew, how cute are you? I actually made a charcuterie board for my friend/mom for the premiere with pink Moscato. It had crackers, cheese, pepperoni brie, raspberries, delish, blackberries, strawberries. I'm hungry. Chocolate covered almonds. Oh, Matthew, be my friend.
Hello. Oh my God. And tell me what pink Moscato is.
It's a wine, I think.
Okay. That's
Moscato, I think, is a sweeter wine, or maybe not. Correct me if I'm wrong. We're alcoholics. We can't drink anymore, so we don't know. Erica needs that truck too. Yes.
But you could serve it with this orange dream.
Nana, that is the Midwestern charcuterie board, just with some
This is
orange
Numb.
pop and some frickin' Velveeta shells, Velveeta cheese.
I like it.
Tom, I didn't tell this story before, but Tom had dementia from his broken ankle from flipping the car 187 times, which is also 187 on a cop. Okay, so it was bothersome because my son is a police officer.
Oh, Jules, that is hilarious.
Canyon during the Great Blizzard of 2020.
Let's all drink to Pasadena where it snows.
I am not telling you where he lives. I'm not telling you where he lives. Yes, a smoked Gouda is so good.
God, I'm getting hungry, you guys. It just sounds so good. So, all right.
Now.
I got to do that. I mean, I just think that's just a cool thing.
All right. So we talked about that. We talked about Sutton and her iconic response of, we all have problems. It's relative, honey. I don't even know. Okay. Well, all right. Well, I found a cookie in the car. If you guys want one of these cookies, they're fine. And then she's like, yeah, I'm on dating sites. I'm dating guys, but not like Erica Jane who's dating guys. She needs to date guys with money because she doesn't have it, So if she wants to keep her nice things and her house and her car and all those lies, she's going to have to date a man with money. Where me, I can look for love if I want to, even though my boyfriend did break up with me on Valentine's Day when we were on a getaway. He could have just told me before, but instead he waited for the Valentine's sex and then he dumped me after. So that is what we're working with in LA dating. When women say dating in LA is bad, it is bad, honey. It is bad.
I think that'd be scary to date now. I do. I really do. I think it would be scary.
Jamie B's got the munchies. Jamie B, have fun. Eat up.
Honey,
okay,
yes.
So
a taco truck. That sounds good too.
We had the Dorit, the episode's called The Break-In, so that was most of it. We caught up with Garcelle, and we caught up with Sutton and their friendship, and then we caught up with Erica trying to have a friendship with Garcelle, and Garcelle's like, well, maybe you should, apologize to Sutton, and Erica's like, for what, honey? What am I apologizing for? She's like, well, you basically threatened her and her family. Well, don't come for me unless you want some of this, okay? Pop, 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 pop. Like, she literally thinks she's like, in Goodfellas,
Yeah, true story.
So she's not going to be doing that. Lisa Rinna, like you said, Harry Hamlin is turning 70. They're planning a party for him. She can't believe it. She is like, I can't believe Sutton won Watch Happens Live and said I didn't thank her for Elton John tickets. So it's going to be Elton John gate throughout this.
Yes.
And then am I missing?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm just trying to go through because I did, I said I didn't make notes, but I just jotted a few things down. But nothing that we didn't
introduce to the new gals yet. So we will see this girl all the way on the left next to Crystal. Apparently she's like, oh, you need a new villain, honey? I will be the new villain. And I was like, okay.
Oh, yes. And what do you think about them all in silver like that? Isn't that pretty?
Am I missing someone else? Oh, I thought there were 2 new people. No, I'm wrong.
No. And what about Crystal? I didn't think Crystal was coming back.
Crystal is back. I am happy Crystal's back. Trying to think what was her part in this episode. Do you remember?
Yes, her daughter and her, she had to eat Brussels sprouts, was it? Was it Brussels sprouts?
Oh, her age.
Yeah.
And then she divided
by 2. Oh, there goes the chair. Okay, so big.
We're getting you a new chair. You can't fight it anymore. Once I'm in town.
I can fight this. This is fine. I could go get one at Costco. I'm waiting for them to go on sale. I don't like to buy.
Let's go to Costco together when I'm there, okay?
All right, you don't have to buy me a chair, but yeah, this is best.
She's renovating the basement. That was the big thing. She had Sutton over to see this $500,000 basement renovation.
Who can do that? That's ridiculous.
Well, she's married to the Tiger King or the Lion King, so she can.
Whatever.
She can. Listen, this is what
the floor looked nice.
We also learned about Portia. We didn't know Portia. We heard a little bit last season that Portia was struggling. A lot of kids in the pandemic. It sucked for everyone, but kids, it's super hard on them. So now Portia's thriving. She's doing kickboxing. She looked like she wanted to kick Kyle's ass. That was a cute little scene we got. Oh, yes. Will Smith's ex-wife will be a friend of the show. Finally, Garcelle gets to bring some of her friends in, because Garcelle, when we were first introduced to her on the show, she had a whole luncheon of fabulous ladies who all have ties to Hollywood, Los Angeles, and money. And I'm like, why aren't we pulling from Garcelle's group? What is going on?
They looked
so
fun.
I'm glad
those ladies looked fun and a lot of personality and
about the industry. They have connections with famous people. They've done stuff themselves. They've had careers, things like that. And it looks like Will Smith's ex-wife is going to be showing up at a party casual.
I love it.
And Garcelle's like, never believe it when it says casual. My only wish is that this had been filmed when the big Will Smith thing went down and then he goes to India, because I would love to hear her perspective, but I have a feeling we will if she's back on the show this next season when they start filming for that.
Okay. All right.
You know,
I think that would be interesting as right. And I'm loving Beverly Hills. I always have, but sometimes they make me mad, but I'm going to love it this year. Beverly Hills, come on. And I think Lisa should just make a guest appearance.
She said she'll never.
Like a hit and run, Lisa. Like a hit and run.
Never. Speaking of which, I posted a picture. Here's a little Joleen tea. So we have some.
Okay.
We'll say Nana Stolen tea. We'll say Joleen.
All right.
Nana Stolen TTT. I posted some pictures from my April, because I was like, I had a fun April. And I tagged, Ariana. I tagged Tom. I tagged Sheena because I picked all of them from Vanderpump Rules. And Sheena is just, that girl is so freaking sweet. She, because we've DM'd a little bit. She was like, I want to collab. Like, we need to get a collab together. So I don't know if I'm gonna email her, because I was supposed to send her over my stand-up set and then I didn't. But, me, I'm like, oh, when am I gonna collab? Like, of course I want to collab. That'd be so fun. But what are we gonna do? So I don't know. Maybe I'll invite her over here. We'll see what happens if we have a little, Nana Joleen Sheena crossover.
Oh my God, be still my heart. How exciting.
Well,
it was so exciting meeting them and Up and Adam and Zach and Jason. It was just oh my gosh.
It was the best. But there was this whole thing. So people have been talking about it online. So before Stassi got canceled, essentially, even though she came out with her new book. So I think she's on the verge of a comeback. There was this allegedly Vanderpump Valley was supposed to be a show. This is all alleged about the older cast members now who were the kids that started it, and them moving to the Valley, starting families, all this stuff, which I think would have been such a cool show to watch, minus Jax and Brittany. I just don't need to watch them anymore. But once that stuff went down with Stassi, that was kind of scrapped, all allegedly. And it was supposed to start kind of, remember how Vanderpump Rules seamlessly came in with Beverly Hills, with Sheena and Brandy sitting down inside Sir, talking about the Eddie Cibrian affair. And it was like, what's happening? It was so beautiful and seamless that it just introduced us to this new world. And then we all became addicted, and Vanderpump Rules had like killer ratings for so long. It was a really good show until, it just kind of started falling apart a little bit. And they were going to put a whole new cast of kids in Sir for Vanderpump Rules, and then Vanderpump Valley was going to be the new show. And it was supposed to transition like that Sheena Brandy thing with allegedly Stassi's European wedding to Beau. Because remember, she was talking about getting married in like Italy or something like that.
Absolutely.
And that's how it was supposed to go from Vanderpump to this new show. And I'm just like, they had to mess it up with, their behavior being Stassi and them. But I feel like they could have done it without Stassi. You could have, taken a Sheena, taken Ariana, now Katie and Tom Sandoval, that would have been, or Tom Schwartz, getting divorced. That would have been, something. That I want to necessarily see Lala more, but she does have a baby, and watching all these women who are like frenemies interact.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
While having babies. So Yeah, so we'll see. But yeah, no, Sheena has the cutest baby for real. And she just had her first birthday and stuff. And I think she has a home like not too far from me. Right out here.
I just was so excited to meet them because I saw them all the time, on the show, just like we all do with Vanderpump Rules. And to actually talk with them and things, I was like, I was just starstruck. I was.
I love it, Nana. Yeah, so I mean, they couldn't have been nicer to us. And now we're just going to collab. Now we're just got to figure out what collab we're going to do. Cool. But I just wish that they were going forward with some kind of Vanderpump Valley show, because that would be really fun to
I think it would be. I really do. I think it would be. I really do. Let's bring back what June said. I love that. Thank you. I love that for Nana. Everything is so exciting. It is, because if you get to this point in life, you kind of understand the bullshits behind you, and just to open up to new things, not technology shit, but open up to new things. And I got to sit and watch our granddaughter in one of the shows from school. And this is something we didn't get last year or the year before. So 2021, there was nothing. It was her musical for the second grade. It just did my heart good. I sat there and I was in awe of these kids and how well they did getting up into a big arena, a big gym full of people. I really enjoyed
Lucy
it. Lucy
performed today in front of 100 people, and she had a line that she had to deliver with another. They sang, and then they had a line that she had to deliver and step forward on the stage with one of her classmates as her co-star. And Lucy said she delivered her line, and I said, did they laugh? And she said, they laughed. I go, you're a natural. I go, but did you tell them this isn't your first time that you have performed on a stage with 100 people? Because I brought her up on stage with me when she was 3. And we did a little routine, a little stand-up bit back and forth. I mean, she was 3, but she killed it. And so she goes, Joleen, my heart was in my head. And I go, what? My heart was in my head. I go, what does that mean? And she goes, oh, it just means that I was really nervous. And I go, oh, that's totally normal. Anyone, even if you get paid to speak in front of people, I still get nervous, even though I've done hundreds of shows now. Not as nervous as I did the first time, but I do still get nervous depending on the place. So proud of her. And then little Frankie performed for like 80 people.
Oh, it was just so good. I mean, it was just
Lucy's 7.
I loved it. I just loved it. I just sat there watching, and I got in. I got to the 3rd row, and it was fun. And I was trying to film some of it, and I'm not good at that. And I got some guy's blue T-shirt in most of the things. And it made my heart just sing when I was just sitting there going, this is what it's about. Sometimes it takes us to our later 60s to figure it out. Going, wow, this is what it's about. It's not about who's got the biggest house. It's not about who's driving the best car. It's not about who's got the best lawn. It's this. It's sitting there watching this, the simple stuff. And it's exactly what I would hear other people say that. And I think, what the hell is that about? But it is the simple stuff. That's what brings you joy.
That's why we watch the Housewives, for all the drama, glamour stuff. And then we just live the simple life.
It's very nice. Very nice.
Oh, A Canary had some factor. If you watch the video, looks like one robber didn't have gloves on, and it looked like he touched the sliding glass door and then stood outside like they were going over their plan. Who does that? Did the wet bandits from Home Alone rob the house or what? Because it sounds like some real dum-dums.
I know, but they, what she was saying, what Dorit was saying is that they assumed no one was home. How do they assume that when you've seen lights and things on? I guess, I don't know.
Well, here's the thing, because she put so much on social media, if this happened with the bling ring. So, but this was kind of before social media. It was more paparazzi. The paparazzi would basically post, they'd have these websites of where celebrities were. So they got Paris Hilton, they got Nicole Richie, they got Orlando Bloom, they got all these, it stars at the time. So they're out and they're getting photographed. So then this group of kids that they later named the Bling Ring saw when these celebs were out and that their homes were open, and they went and robbed a whole bunch of people. Jessica Alba, Orlando Bloom, Paris Hilton, Lindsay Lohan, when they were all out. And now, instead of the paparazzi doing it to them, celebrities are doing it to themselves. In that that's why they say, when you're on vacation, even the average person, you shouldn't, just to be safe, maybe post. It sucks because I love posting like live stuff when I'm on vacation of the cool stuff I see, but sometimes even Chel's like, don't post that we're not at our house. And then Nana says the same thing when she's not home, because you kind of open yourself up. I think this new like digital surveillance of when people are home and when we can rob you.
True.
And they asked
to
read about that on Watch What Happens Live, and how people have said, do you think this is because you flaunted your wealth and you showed it online and things like that? And she said, I went to therapy, and after therapy, I realized that there's nothing you can do. And I agree with Dorit in that sense.
I do too.
Is that
quit finding fault with the person that was robbed?
Well, and people are going to rob you. People get robbed, However, I will say, as much as I love the, opulence and all the money and all the stuff that we watch, we're coming off of, and I'm not giving, a pass to people that rob. You should not rob people, but you're coming from a time that was really, really, really hard for so many freaking people, coming out of a pandemic. People lost their job. So there's a lot of people out there who are desperate, and being desperate can make people do some crazy stuff. And it's crazy. We came out of this pandemic, not to get too weird or whatever, and people, jobs changed, lives changed, our social interactions changed, just everything changed. Like the economy stopped, like there were so many things and people were struggling. And yet the house market went up hugely. The cost of living kept rising. Gas prices keep going up. Some of that does make people very desperate. And also in LA and Hollywood and that, California is the one place I've lived when I lived in Los Angeles where the economic discrepancy between people was so big. You literally, and I say this a million times, but you can be walking down Santa Monica, Sunset Boulevard, Melrose, Robertson, and you see a woman walking with a purse, like a Birkin bag, a purse that could be the biggest down payment on a regular home for a regular American, step over someone with their face and skin literally on the sidewalk, because the homeless epidemic is huge in so many cities, especially Los Angeles. So I think right now, or did at least pre-pandemic, have the biggest homeless population. So it's something that's really, it's a strange thing. I talked to some friends that visited us out here in Palm Springs, and even going downtown Palm Springs, there's a very large homeless population. Even Chell working at the hospital, there is a lot of homeless people that come in and need to be treated, and need help. And you forget, and it's so easy and it's so sad how we do kind of forget how it is for a lot of people and how many people are struggling. And how the variance is just so big. And why isn't more being done? And, neighborhoods, when I lived in West Hollywood, there would be huge encampments of tents that would pop up, like by our Trader Joe's and stuff. And you know what they would do? They would just push them east. You go to East Hollywood. You don't go in these neighborhoods. The closer they got to the ocean, the money, the Beverly Hills areas, the more they pushed you out. Now, Santa Monica, you will actually find a lot of people living over by the beach. But any of those rich areas, the Beverly Hills, things like that, West Hollywood, they push you away. They push you away. So I have a lot of empathy for people and how difficult it has been for so many Americans. And then you see shows like this, which we enjoy and we watch, but we forget as Americans, like, it's pretty shitty. It's pretty shitty how we totally have taught ourselves, and society's taught us, to turn a blind eye and to assume something's wrong with that person. That's how they got there. When really, I talked about this with my BFF and she was like, no way, Joleen. I'm like, we're so fragile economically, a lot of us, with, credit and all the things
like a
that put
paycheck
upon
away,
us.
we used
And
to say.
yes. And we
Yes.
could be a paycheck away, a job loss away from ourselves losing things. I mean, we've seen the housing market crash. We've seen what they've done to us with these back in the day, these variable interest rate loans, and not saying that's not going to come back, but just seeing how we just are not even fully out of a pandemic. And yet houses have never been higher. Yet I don't hear people saying that their wages are going up.
No,
I don't hear people saying
that's
gas
very true.
is $6.15 a gallon out here.
I know.
And a home, it's
you told me
impossible
that.
to,
I couldn't believe that. That's just wow.
Well, it's impossible to buy a home right now because companies and corporations like Zillow and stuff like that allegedly are buying up these properties. And it's like the average American has no chance of home ownership in some of these areas and cities.
No.
And so it is really, it's really sad. And so you do see, of course, Dorit, you didn't bring this on yourself to bring it back to Housewives.
No,
there is a sense of people watching and desperation and
saying, why should
a
few people or quite a few people have so much and then some so little, so nothing. They have nothing.
Yeah.
Producer Linda, I'm sorry, I wanted to bring that up, honey.
Chrissy said, first I highlighted Chrissy. Sorry. I grew up in Palm Springs. It's so different now. I'm 66. It is very different. I think people think Palm Springs is like this. So there's fancy parts, but for the most part, Palm Springs is very high crime and you have a large homeless population. And I really don't think that these cities are obviously doing enough. I don't. I think it's just, I think there's so many layers to it. We have mental health. We have, if everyone could actually have attainable health care in this country, we would see some changes happening. Because the fact that now that my husband works in healthcare and I love these county hospitals because they can't turn people away and stuff. But the fact that people can't just go get the help they need. And if you're not healthy, you have nothing. Without your health, you have nothing.
That's exactly it.
So
that's exactly it. I remember my grandma Frances always saying that. And I didn't understand it back in the day. I mean, when I was young and just like, everything's feeling good. But I never understood that. But I get it now. I get it now after seeing friends and relatives and just ourselves going through health issues. Producer Linda, I have to say this. Nana Belora says hi. Linda's up with her folks taking care of things. So I want to say hi to Beloris and Bill. Her mom and dad, they're just wonderful. So nice that you guys could join in too.
Yay. Hi, Beloris. Trish says, I lived in Santa Monica with my dad during the summers when I was a teenager. Yeah, Santa Monica, you'll go to Santa Monica too. And there's just so many people that, they have nothing and they're literally living, and all we do is move them from we just keep pushing them out. And then different states bus people like Vegas is like, hey, we're going to throw all our homeless people. We're going to offer them a bus tickets to California because they want to be in California. Nice weather. So then they just push it on to another state rather than on some federal level to help people and get to the root of this epidemic. And I think a lot of it, just in I don't know shit about shit, but just in what I see in the world, I think it has a lot to do with us not valuing people based on just being people. And what I mean is, instead of, oh, you can get help because you have money. But if you don't have money, well, good luck to you, I guess. Not allowing people to be able to go to the doctor, to give them the dignity and humanity to go and get themselves checked up, to go to a dentist, to do all these things. There has to be something that we can do to help people, obviously. And that's why I'm like, universal dental, universal healthcare. Let's get it out there. Let's, this is literally, it's hard, especially when you're walking down the street with, Lucy or Frankie, like, Joleen, why are they laying there? Exactly. Why are they laying there? why. And of course, you're not going to be able to help everybody because some people are far gone or too sick, or you can't make people. But to show that go from the moment someone's born, that we value your life and we are truly pro-life in that sense, not to get too political, but we value the lives of those who exist, that we think you deserve dignity in healthcare and you deserve to be treated when you're sick and you deserve to be treated with respect when you're sick. That's why I am so proud of my husband, because he is doing the damn thing. And once the pandemic hit, he's like, I'm going in the medical field. I want to help people. And that's what he's doing. And that's why all you healthcare workers, you're beautiful pumpkin spice babies. And I thank you so much. But I do think if we saw that in the United States, that we actually valued people's lives, and we thought, we would think it's important that you have the opportunity to be as healthy mentally as you can be, to be as healthy orally, to be as healthy, mind, body, and spirit, to be a full human, because you only get so many years on this planet of ours. And why should you struggle or suffer just because of the socioeconomics you happen to be born into, which is actually a lot of the, a lot of what happens is that people, what they're born into, it's really hard to break into a new socioeconomic bracket. It's people say, pull yourself up by the bootstraps, John McCain. All of that is old money, nepotism. If usually what you're born into, that's what you're going to be, or less, let's just say, to get to that 1% level, so the fact that we protect these people from not being taxed, or these billionaires, is this weird capitalistic dream I think they feed to us from the time we're very little, Nana. And I don't know if you agree with this, where it's like, it's America. Anyone can be a millionaire, billionaire. And it's like, no, they actually can't. We have a lot of opportunity here for sure, but we can't. But that's a way of selling people this pipe dream that, what if you become the next Jeff Bezos? Do you want people taking your money? And you're like, you're not going to become Jeff Bezos. You're just Jeff. And you're not going to get a raise, and you're still going to have to pay taxes. But Jeff Bezos isn't going to have to pay taxes and isn't going to have to do this, that, and the other thing. So there's just so many, I don't know, not to get too off, but it kind of reminded me of all that when this robbery happened. And again, I don't know, but of just how hard it's been for people. So I don't know.
I know you can really see it when we're out and about. Paul and I just going from the garage sales. People want to talk, especially people our age. They haven't been out and about for a while, and everybody's just like this. And it's kind of refreshing. It feels good to talk to people. I mean, everybody's got a story. Introduce yourself. That's what my dad used to say.
Yeah. Thanks, Coco Nicole. Thank you.
Yeah, Coco Nicole. That's so cute.
Producer Tilly
so
is
nice.
Right.
Yeah, where is Producer Tilly?
She's cleaning herself. I'm surprised she hasn't told me to wrap it up. Please thank music teachers. It's so hard. Yes, thank you, music teachers. Speaking of, because Frankie took a picture with his little teacher.
It was so good. And you know what? Tickle Pink, now that you said that, I'm going to just write an old school note and send it to the school, because it was one of the best productions I have ever seen anybody put on. It was just wonderful. It was for Grandparents' Day, and they had each child come up, and there was lots of kids. They'd come up in twos or threes, and they talk about the grandparents. Hi, we like to go to the casino, and they hold up, I won.
Was that your part?
No, I wish it was. Hi, we like to play bingo. Hi. They said, we exercise, and they have these little dumbbells with these little gray wigs on. They were so cute. These little dumbbells going 1, 2, 3. Well, that's enough, and they were just, everyone had something different that they liked to do. And they were talking about grandparents. We like to fish, we like to do this. And it was all the things that were important to us as grandparents, a lot of grandparents there, because it was Grandparents' Day. And it was the absolute best. I teared up. I understand, Joleen, what Lucy was saying about having her heart in her head. I thought when she said that today, I went, oh, she didn't look nervous. She looked really kind of a calming. She just got up there and did it. And
she doesn't show it.
No, she didn't. I was very surprised. Yeah, it was very good. Tilly is sprucing up for her cameo.
She's like, I have a candle lit on the
real one
coffee table. Yeah. And so she's just like laying on the side of the couch here because my desk is here and the couch is there. And she's just like, and I wish I could show you guys, but it's my whole monitor.
Yeah.
But it is almost romantic. She has a very romantic situation for herself right now.
Okay, here's what you do. You know what I'm going to say now. It's a real candle. Blow it out now before you go to bed. Okay, I love you.
Nana, I'm not going to. It's 7:58. I'm probably not going to bed until like 2 a.m.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I got to get to the gym. Nana goes to the gym. Nana, have you been to the gym?
I have not. We've been walking instead. I love that. That's the best.
Graphics, I think I owe you a response. I think I do. So just ping me in the messages because I have to respond. I never sent Atharella her bracelets. And what a sweetie patient. She never even brought it up. And then on a live, she's like, oh yeah, I never got my bracelets. I'm like, that was like 2 months ago. I totally forgot.
Oh my gosh. And I have to send you Bonnie's
I have a bunch
address.
of people.
Oh, for heaven's sakes.
I have a list.
All right, we better wrap this up.
Yes, she was nervous. She was nervous, but they did so great. Thank you, teachers. Thank you, music teachers. Like, I remember getting so excited for my musical concerts. And my music teacher, Miss Hubach, I think was her name. Miss Hubach, I think it was. She made us feel like we were good singers, and I wasn't. But that's when they were looking for someone to play Little Orphan Annie in the Super Bowl pregame show. They needed someone to sing The Sun'll Come Out Tomorrow and It's a Hard Knock Life. And so they went through all the St. Paul public schools and all the schools in the suburbs. And they said, music teachers, send us your best. Because that was when the Super Bowl was going to be in Minneapolis. It was 1982.
Yeah.
Yep. So I was almost 12 at the time. I was 11. And Miss Hubach picked me as one of the girls to go audition for The Sun'll Come Out Tomorrow. And I was like, what? I must be really good. And I remember going to the audition, right? So you took me. It was like far away, like Blaine or something. And these girls were singers. And I was like, the sun'll come out tomorrow. And these girls were like Mariah Carey, Beyonce, Adele, Kelly Clarksoning it, Jennifer Hudson's. And they were just like, oh, and I'm just like, Christina Aguilera, like, tomorrow. And I was like, and they had a piano guy and you had to do it in front of everyone. I was just like, oh my God. And so it didn't go well. And then after that, they said, okay, now we're holding dance auditions. I didn't know about the dance auditions. So then I said, oh, well, I take dance. I can dance. And then we did dance auditions. And then I went through round after round and I kept making it. And finally they cast me as one of the orphans to dance in the Super Bowl show. But I'll never forget. I only got that because my music teacher believed in my shitty singing.
There you go.
And by default,
that was
they were
so
like,
exciting.
There's dance auditions. And I was like, can I audition? And they were like, yeah, just put your name here. We're auditioning hundreds of girls. You're just going to run in. We'll teach you a routine like pop, pop, tip, tip, pop, pop, boom. And then you go in and they would teach you a routine. You'd go in front of judges. It was very like now what like.
It was like one after another. I mean, we were running out to Blaine and that's a ways away from our home.
What a sweetie teacher, right?
It was so fun just to even, at the time.
It was so fun. And then you had rehearsals for weeks. I got out of school, but I remember the audition process. It was my first auditioning. I'm 11. I'd ever done because I wasn't like a Hollywood kid. So I just kept going to look at that sheet to find your name. And I'd run out and tell my mom, I made it to the next round. And she's like, oh, okay. Because I think my parents were like, yeah, Jolene's going to sing. Okay.
No, I never thought that. I never thought that.
Nana, realistically.
No,
we love our
singing,
kids, but
No, maybe not the singing, but the dance. I knew you had it. I knew you had it. It was fabulous.
So then they kept calling it back and I kept looking. And then finally I made the final list and I was like, oh my God, thank you, Miss Hubach. Like, I'll never forget that. I never would have had that amazing experience and got to meet MC Hammer. So, or as my mom goes, there's Mick Hammer.
That was Linda's line, Mick Hammer. That was producer Linda.
Hi, Angela. Missed you guys. I've been laughing to tears. My mom bought a laptop a few years before she passed. I asked if she was getting the internet, and she said no. I just want it for what? Oh, online shopping.
Oh,
which you might need the internet for. I love your mom. That is
love your mom. That was great. That is great.
All right, like Nana said,
loved her shopping. My mom said, when she got sick, she said, if I can't push my shopping cart around Target anymore, I don't want to be here. She had a great way of looking at things.
That is so true. That's the same for me. If I can't go around Target for my retail therapy, just Kevorkian and me, please. Take me out of this. And on that note, thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Hopefully we hit our like goal. That would be amazing.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how many. Oh, there's producer Linda. Hi, honey.
Thank you to our mods. Thank you to producer Linda. Hello, producer Linda's parents.
Thank you, Bill and Dolores, for watching us. Bill's probably watching some hockey game or something that he taped, but Dolores was watching, and I appreciate it.
Oh my gosh, we got 132, Nana. We went well over your goal.
Oh, thank you, Renee. Thank you for checking that out.
So
for us.
Keep liking.
Thank you,
132. Yep. Thank you guys.
I like
Shout out
it.
to my mods. Thank you guys so much. Thank you to everyone who participated in the chat. We love hearing from you guys. Thank you to Nana, who despite having, technical difficulties, she soared above. I fly above. I fly above. You Candy Burst it. You're like, I fly above. I fly above. I fly above. And you guys made it happen.
I just get
so
pissy.
Proud of you.
I just get pissy when this stuff happens. It's like, okay, this is it. This is enough of this. But okay, bring it down, Eileen. Bring it down. Okay, thank you for joining us.
Dear Dana's mom's in Facebook jail. I hope she gets out, dear Dana, because my parents would be so sad if they were in Facebook jail. Did she post something political? Because Papa does that.
Yeah, Papa does that. Sometimes they take you
Facebook
out. No, I'm.
You had a friend that was always in Facebook jail.
Always.
She was like, I'm out for another couple months. Yep. Sorry. Posted more political stuff. I posted Trump in a diaper. Sorry.
Oh,
we're just like,
I know.
Okay, cool.
It's like, quit. Don't. Yeah. No sense fighting. You're not going to change each other's minds. But anyway.
Yes. No matter where you are in the world, have a wonderful evening, morning, wherever. Thank you, Nana.
Thank you, honey.
You're great.
I love you. I love you. I love being with you.
I love you. I love being with you, girl.
Peace.
We'll be back Monday for 90 Day with Nana, and then next Friday.
Absolutely.
I think this Beverly Hills, I don't want to jinx it, I think it's going to be a good season.
I do too. I have a good feeling about this season, and I have a new person going to watch our 90 Day. Her name's Jeannie. I hope she joins us. I met her on my going to garage sales.
I gotta get you cards. Like
I need something to like
with the scanner, so people can just scan it and find us. Because Nana keeps saying we do podcasts, so I'm assuming people then go look for us on iTunes, Spotify, where audio podcasts are. Because you don't tell them YouTube, huh?
I didn't know they were on other places.
We're learning. We are learning. All right. Love you, Nans. Wouldn't want you any other way.
Peace.
Everyone remember to enjoy yourself. It's later than you